does the dance moves. CBS scores an Emmy nomination for the 60 Minutes Kamala Harris interview.
That's wild.
A nomination for that? Interesting.
This country. They faked it. I mean, I
That's
guess
been
for
happening
producing, for
along.
editing, maybe for editing.
Yeah, that's kind of how that's how they kind of how they do it, isn't it? Like that's been
For
going on a
best
long time
editing,
because I think like even like there were Pulitzer prizes awarded for Russiagate, the fake Russiagate hoax collusion news reporting that
Gosh, dang
I
it.
guess those prizes are still on someone's mantle,
Yeah,
hmm
you know,
yeah.
but they were
Didn't
most
all
likely collecting
lies,
didn't
but
dust.
Cuomo win at something? Didn't he win some sort of prize that Mayor Cuomo,
I'm
didn't he
sure.
win something during COVID? He won something. And I remember thinking like he should have to give that back. He won some sort of he won an Emmy,
Oh,
I
yo,
think.
no, he won something big for his
A
book or
Tony. It was a
something.
Tony. No,
Okay. He
I
won
don't know.
something. Oh my
He won
goodness.
he won like a like an Emmy or a Grammy for, and now I'm maybe making this up, but I think it's because
Okay.
it was for like an
I don't think
audio
it's a
book.
Grammy.
It's like
Oh,
an audio book version of his book about leadership or something.
I remember
It might have just
making
been
a
that he was
Facebook
supposed to
message
like,
about he should have to give it back, whatever it was that he
yeah.
should have to give it back. But
It
I
might
guess
have been
it'll
like
probably come up
the
on Facebook
signing
tomorrow.
bonus he got from whatever
Yeah.
book, like whatever publishing house was producing his book
Yeah.
on leadership during COVID. It's
Oh,
like, it's like,
it's horrible, right?
but I think I don't know. We haven't really got to the truth of what happened during COVID, and I don't want to give what was it, Governor Cuomo any pass or at all, but like I think a lot of damage happening in nursing homes across America
Yeah.
just because that's where it hit. So maybe it was him, but I think like I remember like
by the way, I know
when
what it is. It was the
yeah.
Founders Award. Yeah, he receives the Founders Award at the 48th International Emmy uh
Yeah, he got
ceremony.
an Emmy. He
I mean,
literally got
yeah.
an Emmy.
No, it's a
Wow.
Founders Award at the
Oh, okay.
Emmy at the Emmys.
Okay.
So it's
Hey, it still
something.
counts. Still
Yeah.
counts.
I
Something
was
about an
close enough.
audiobook, I'm sure. I'm sure there's something about what I'd said also in there.
We're right. Google us right, Manny. Damn it.
All right, go ahead and start recording the audio, Chris.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Record to the cloud.
All right, three, two, one. Let us roll.
Good evening, Endless Ranters. Welcome back for episode 221 of your Endless Ranters podcast. We do what we want and we appreciate your support. My name is Chris. I've been calling everything I don't like a commie for 50 years. And I'm one of your hosts for this evening. I'm joined by your other hosts. It's a Maxwell housewife living in a crunchy mom's world. It's Kwana. How you doing?
Happy Friday. Excited to be here. Doing good.
That's good.
Just
Well, we'll
kidding.
see about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll see about
exactly.
that. Yeah.
Yep. That
Yeah.
sounds
We're not
fake.
gonna be.
That sounds
No, I'm just
fake.
kidding. Yeah, like let's get a party on. All
Yeah.
right.
Well, holla.
And then this
Ah,
man with the plan. It's producer Manny. What's going down, old man?
Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Today is gonna be the day that I throw it all back to you. It's good to be here, Chris.
all
Wow, I didn't know you
right.
could sing. You could sing and drum. How about that?
Wow.
Uh, I've been meaning to do
Wonderful.
that for a while, but I just
All
honestly
right.
forgot when it came time to do the intro. It's
That's
like, let me get back to
powerful.
doing that. Thank you, thank
That's
you.
Yeah,
powerful.
I
I
I
got
owe
you.
it
like
to all
it.
my fans and all my supporters out there.
Yeah. The love. The mole man love.
Mhm.
Now it's another layer. He's like an onion.
I'm gonna
Keep
Like
need
an
a
peeling
onion.
moment.
more and more layers back.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, I'm good. So what's going on, you two? That's 2 weeks in a row. We're together here.
Yeah, I'm actually headed back home tomorrow. I'm heading back to Altadena after a
Okay,
damn near what 4 month evacuation,
at least or at
staycation.
least,
Yeah,
right?
Wow.
almost. Yeah. And
So
it
is it
feels
all
good
clean? Did you get it cleaned up? Did you clean it
as
up?
as clean as it can be. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
there's still some residual odor, but you know,
Yeah.
It's not as bad as it was before, so it just feels nice to be returning home.
Yeah.
But it still feels weird because just like a lot of the homes, a lot of the area is still very much affected, and a lot of work is still going on. So I don't know. It's a weird feeling. I don't know how to describe it. It's just, but I'm not complaining. I'm just still, wrapping my head around the whole fucking thing.
Yeah. You were displaced. That's so hard.
And
Well,
it's
things
like
are
what,
do things
20 minutes away.
will things look materially different?
Yeah, it does look
Yeah. Yeah.
very, yeah, noticeably different. So even though there's activity and people are, still there, the citizens are the few that remained are there, like it's still
Yeah.
like a visible difference in the air and the atmosphere, so to speak.
Now, what about like your mattresses and your couches and things like that? Did
Mattresses
your,
are gone. Uh,
okay,
got my mom got a new mattress. Shout out to Living Spaces. They had a program where people affected by
that's
the
amazing.
event, yeah, that were evacuated, they received the free
I'd
mattress.
like to
So
give them a
we
shout out also because Laura takes the kids there, the girls there sometimes, and they have like a playground or something. It's just the right place, right?
really,
They have a
really a
playground or something like
playground.
that. And then she just lets the girls go crazy in this like deluxe playground for a couple hours and reads her books.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out.
Living Spaces.
Yeah, that's the yeah, I
It's
knew
a
that joint.
furniture store though, right? Or
Yeah,
no?
it's a
Okay.
yeah.
They're
Okay.
trying to compete with IKEA because IKEA's got
Oh,
like
okay.
a daycare,
Yeah.
with like a
Yeah.
time
Dude,
limit for your kids or something.
they have a
Okay.
daycare. They also have the buffet. What don't they have, man? They're gonna expand
Mm.
into healthcare soon enough. Watch.
IKEA, yeah,
Oh,
maybe.
Yeah.
I love an IKEA meatball. Mm-mm-mm. I don't even drink Pepsi products, and I will drink a Pepsi at IKEA. I don't give a fuck. It
I
tastes
haven't been
so
to
good with
IKEA in a
that
while.
ice. It's so delicious. I love that. It's my favorite. With my son, my IKEA
I like
date.
IKEA.
Yeah, double meatballs.
So you're back home. You're going back home. That's cool. So things smell a
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah, you'll get used to it pretty quickly,
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
or just make it smell, like home
Yeah.
yeah.
pretty quickly.
Give me about a
Start
week.
cooking.
Cook some
Start
Get
bacon. Cook
cooking.
some
Yeah, cook some
burgers.
onions and stuff. Yep, you'd be good.
could
No,
always
no,
get a
it's not.
cat to distract, you know?
It's not onions. You gotta say like a Cajun person that says it. You gotta say
Onion,
onion. There
The
you go.
onion.
onion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Onion.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I watch those guys on YouTube. They talk funny.
I love a Cajun
They
accent. It's
they
my
cook
favorite
something.
accent. Yes, and that's
They
why I love
cook.
it. I love the way they cook. You can barely understand what they're saying. They probably wrestled a gator at some point. A gator. Oh, yeah.
Well, until
They're
the
probably
sun goes down, then you want to get the hell out of there. I don't know if y'all
It-
seen the first episode of that True Detective, the first season of True Detective on HBO,
oh, I think I did watch
yes.
that.
where there's some horrible
Yes.
crimes going on in the bayou. So it's
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
man.
it's all nice when the sun's coming out and there's like, you're at a crawfish boil, but then, once the sun
Sundown.
goes down, they start talking all weird.
Manny was just telling us about
You'd be out of
sundowners at
there.
the happy hour.
Oh
Which, by
yeah.
the way, if
Shout out
you
to the
listen to
happy
this
hour.
podcast, you should come join us for the happy hour. We shoot the shit. But Manny, tell
Talk.
us about what you learned about our Corolla Studios is located right in the middle of.
Oh yeah, Glendale, California apparently used to be a sundown town back in the 50s, leading up to, when people stopped being crazy racist, but there was still racism going on around town. And I was honestly surprised because you would think that, well, now that I think about it more, maybe it was California wasn't always as progressive as they like to tout,
Sure, maybe. Yeah. You know what a
I
sundowner town is?
What
Maybe
is
you
it?
should say
Yeah, like what are you
for the
talking about?
audience.
Well, I'm
Sundown
guessing that it's
town,
not safe for people after sundown for some people
yeah,
or all people
people of
or any.
color,
Okay.
yeah.
I
The
guess I've heard that
Browns.
term before. Yeah, but
But yeah, just having one so close to home is just like kind of boggled my mind a bit. I learned about it through my boss. He grew up in Glendale in the mid 50s, so it was just like really that's kind of a trip. But
of the
Just
trip.
not.
You would think of it like in the South, or we're gonna get that kind of behavior in Georgia.
I
But
But
think
not
there's
on
a
yeah,
the
lot
West
of like,
Coast,
I don't think
bro.
like,
exactly.
so I think like we think that, and I'm just spitballing here. I think we think that because of the South and it's identified with slavery, but I think
Hmm.
a lot of racism persisted after that,
It
um,
rippled outward, is what you're
across
saying.
across the country, not just where there
Sure.
was like people were used to having slaves or something,
Yeah.
uh,
Oh yeah.
but
That's yeah.
like, and it's like it's not like I'm not sure that like slavery was born out of racism either. It was just born out of pure power. And I mean that sounds crazy to say because I'm sure
Well, it
there was
still
some kind of like
exists. I mean,
racial thing, but like no, I think like then there was an era of racism that was really propagated by just well, like it was just propaganda,
Hmm.
like really horrific depictions of black people, like in like either
yeah,
cartoons or popular media, like
sure.
silent films, stuff like
Yeah.
they, like
To Kill a
I think there
Mockingbird.
were,
I mean, it's a perfect
I think there was
example
like a
of
lot of like,
the fear.
yeah, there was just a lot of like really nasty and that made it to like anywhere. That made it to
Yeah.
like town of Montana, which
Yeah.
is really far away from, those days to
Ooh.
Oregon to, yeah, like areas
Yeah.
of LA that probably were pretty rural or back
Well, and
then.
everybody was like kind of moving out west too. So, I mean, think of, the people
Yeah,
they'd
I don't
bring
know.
their beliefs with them when you move out west, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Like
you're
I
right.
don't know. There was a period there where there was like real, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was like
Racism.
fear about I'm picturing like the same thing they did with like Reefer Madness.
Sure.
You know what I
Well, that
mean? They
was
Yeah.
were just like they
another.
were really, really there was like a time where it was like after slavery, because during slavery in that era, like they really didn't have to, but like well, they did have to stoke fear, but like
Mhm.
then even after like long after that, they were really putting like some horrible images out there to like scare the shit out of white people.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, it's
Scared
like,
straight.
You're not safe
and
out there,
it's like
Whitey. Stay home.
you look back and you're just like, man, well, those white people should have known better. They should have known they were being like completely manipulated. But it's like,
They
I
brought it
don't
on
know that,
themselves.
I don't know that like they really like that you can really count on humans to be that smart. Like if you're
To
trying to
this
scare the
day, they
shit
don't
out of
know that they're
people, like,
being manipulated. It's
yeah, that's
crazy.
true.
I mean,
Yeah, like I don't like
that's why they call it propaganda. It's really,
you're being trained like fear people. Um, yeah, it's
fear is a wonderful motivator.
It sells, baby, like
Yeah, it
sex.
does. It
I don't know
really does.
the whole race, like the racism, racist topic, um, prism that we see America through is just it's really hard for me to understand just growing up in the era that I grew up in, where we were just again like we were really told like that's just not cool. Like if you're a racist,
Yeah,
you're stupid. Like
agreed.
uh, it's just like our
Well, you
heroes,
also
like
grew up in Maryland, right? So, I mean, there was
Baltimore,
a,
Maryland, yeah, it's like it was just
yeah.
it's really confusing. I mean, if you grew up in the South, like you had sports teams and they were all like they weren't all white people. Like
Hmm.
Yeah.
it's like
Newsflash.
your heroes, like your entertainer heroes, your like all the people in the news, your heroes, sports, entertainment were like of all different colors, and it just so when the message is just like being racist is really stupid and backwards and like it's just like
Yeah.
well
Hmm.
yeah that kind of jibes because like a lot of my favorite people I see are like don't look like me, so okay,
Yeah.
makes sense. I'm
Got
buying
it.
into that. And then so
Yeah.
like now
Hmm.
the whole like just the country being like ripped apart by racist stories and racist themes and stuff just really
Yeah. Some of the
I don't
most
know.
popular television shows when I was growing up had like black casts, you know
Oh
what I mean?
shit, man,
It's
like there needs to be like a documentary, like a serious study on the effect of Good Times, the
yeah.
Jeffersons, even the Archie Bunker thing, you
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
know,
sure.
on Generation X. And I don't like that was maybe a little bit before my time, but there were the shows that were on when I was on prime time when I was really young, and then the
Yeah.
shows that were on reruns
Hmm.
when I was able to like turn the TV on myself when I came home
Right.
from school. Like all those
Right.
shows were reruns.
Yeah.
Um, and then
Nick
that
at
like led
Night.
right into the Cosby Show. and all that kind of stuff. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah. And then Obama came into office and said,
oh,
everyone's racist.
yeah, I think, and it's like even at this, it's confusing to me too because I was thinking like the even as it's like becomes a bigger theme, like the interracial marriage rate is like going is still
Yeah.
going way up. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like we're
The swir what do they call it? The
man,
swirl or the swirl?
Squirrel.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's
Swirl.
not what George Jefferson called it. No, no, he did not. But like,
Oh yeah, he was
but
he
that's like
was
that.
mad about the honkies. When I was a little
Yeah, because
girl, my mom was
Lionel had a light skinned girlfriend,
yeah,
or I don't know. Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, but I remember.
When I,
But it was like, but the fact that George Jefferson, if we really want to dive into it, the fact that he was like George Jefferson was obsessed with like the color of like the skin color of his grandkids
yeah,
because his son was dating a girl like she was white or she was just or no, she wasn't white. She was mixed because the
Hmm.
neighbors were black and white, you know, like an interracial
yeah,
couple.
that's Lenny Kravitz's mom.
And even that, yeah, that's right. And then even that like whole like relationship was comical.
Yeah,
That these two people, like whatever, I forget what that he was the white guy was a goofball, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, like deep dive, like there was a lot in that. There really was a lot in that that people like my age really watched, absorbed, and we had
Hmm.
nothing else. There was nothing else.
Nothing. Soul Train. Yeah.
There was, I mean,
But
there was no other like, well, now that that show's over, I'm going to get on the internet and see all the
yeah,
reactions and watch people call
yeah.
each other names. It's like there was nothing
No.
else. You just absorbed it
Yep.
and went to
And
bed.
went to bed.
It was like, it's like I'm playing my Tonka trucks and
Yeah.
go to bed.
Yeah. You're lucky you had an Atari. Yeah.
Yeah, that needs to be studied, not by
Yeah.
me. Well,
No.
But
God,
by
I haven't.
somebody.
Yeah.
somebody,
Somebody will get
Yeah.
on it.
somebody that has, you know, the motivation to tell, you know, I don't
Well,
know.
those
But
were the
no, I
most
think it's,
popular
I'm
shows
sure there
only
are a lot
because
of,
that's all you could watch, or like, I mean, I maybe, but
they
I
were
didn't feel
also, they,
my mom was
yeah.
married to a white man, and he was a little bit, had thoughts about, and there wasn't those thoughts on the TV, like it wasn't taken out on, I don't know, it's weird.
Mhm.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah. I mean, those shows are ingrained in you too. If you think about it, you could probably sing the theme song, for a show that
Big
was just
time.
on
Oh
once
yeah,
a
that
week.
was an era. That was an era. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say that those shows like Good Times and The Jeffersons, well, Archie Bunker's probably before that. Chico
Hmm.
and the Man. Um, like those were in the same. Those were living in like the same universe as Falcon's Crest and Dynasty and
I love
Dallas.
them.
You know what I mean? So it's like it
Knox
was just like
Landing.
you watched it
Yeah.
all. Like you'd watch Fantasy Island, and there was just there was just kind of a very diverse cast
Midgets.
of people coming
Yeah.
through all the time.
I have a stupid question. Did Falcon Crest have anything to do with falconry or falcons?
I
Yeah.
don't think
Lorenzo
did
Lamas
it.
had,
Oh, I
yes.
really don't know. Did he have
Yes.
Okay.
one?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can.
Oh, yeah.
Did it? Was it in like the
Okay.
trailer or like
Yeah. The
the opening
opening.
credit?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
I can kind of barely see
Yeah.
that in my
Barely
memory,
picture it,
but
right? Yeah. He has stayed good. They were talking about him on Corolla a couple weeks ago. Lorenzo Lamas came up.
well,
Lamas.
you got to respect him because he hasn't really done anything for a
Yeah.
long time. No,
The
I mean
produce.
that's probably really not generous at all. But like he was in that
It's not
show.
Christopher.
He
No,
became
yeah.
he was a sex
Renegade.
symbol.
Renegade. He did Renegade.
Okay, yeah, but it's like, man, that guy has not had to put in a lot of work for his like he's like,
Fame.
it's like John Stain. He's like a,
John
you know,
Stamos at least can play the drums,
Kenny.
you
And he
know?
tours. Yeah.
Yeah, he tours with the Beach
Okay.
Boys. Yeah.
The dude's solid drummer. He's a really good drummer.
And he can sing. He was at something that I know. I don't know. Oh, yeah, a podcast.
You're making
Yeah.
Lorenzo Lamas look terrible,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know,
Hey, he
in
brought that on
comparison.
himself, all right?
he
If
really
he
He
would,
did.
doesn't drum, he doesn't tour. I don't know.
Yeah.
He might be like a singer.
He was kind of sexy,
for all
though.
we
I mean, I
know.
think he's aged good. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like these things were all happening to me at a time where I was just like, what? what is going on? Like, why they keep
Yeah.
like,
Hmm.
The
yeah,
Love Boat, Fantasy Island. Yeah. Great shows
yeah, they
back
would.
then.
Yeah, I guess yeah, they would do like, but they would also do a lot of pinups of like the female sexy stars too. So,
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
Morgan Fairchild. Yep.
oh yeah, she was in this miniseries North and South. Hmm.
Yes. That's why Kylie's middle name is Morgan. Just thought she was the most beautiful woman
Yeah,
I've ever seen. I wanted a blonde baby so bad. And I was gonna have her middle name be Morgan.
yeah, Morgan Fairchild. Yeah, that was an era.
Yeah.
And she was just like a TV. Yeah, I don't
She
know.
was on Falcon Crest, I think, or Knox Landing. She was on Knox Landing.
Knots Landing was an. It's like they were
Yeah.
all the same. Like
And she was in
it
that
was like
movie
it was
with
just soap operas at night.
where what's his name went back to college. Wasn't she the show some respect, that guy, he did like a diving board. Remember he went back to college, like
Oh, Back to School.
back
Rodney
to
Rodney
school.
Dangerfield.
Rodney
Dangerfield.
Dangerfield. Yeah.
Was she
Yeah,
mentioned
yeah.
in that or in that or
She was
something?
in that
Yeah.
movie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she's the like glamour of I thought
Well, I
she
mean,
was
I
so
guess
glamorous.
yeah, I mean, she's kind of like got Lorenzo Lamas kind of trajectory because she hasn't really done anything in who knows how
True.
long. I mean, that
Yeah.
again,
Where is
again
she?
might be unfair because
Ah,
she might be in a bunch of
I don't
like
even want to look.
Hallmark movies or something. But like,
I hope she didn't age like cheese.
I think no, I think she, you know, I vaguely remember like looking for like a Morgan Fairchild meme or something the last year or so. I think she's done. I think she's
Oh,
okay.
nice. Okay, good. Smart out here for us old bitches.
But there's some well, because I mean she hasn't really, she hasn't really like been outside. She's been
Yeah,
she's just been like in a
yeah,
cocoon,
yeah.
not working or moving around,
Speaking of Cocoon, another one
being
that's like,
preserved.
yeah. Hmm. Simpler time, Christopher Trail. Simpler time. What
It
are the
was.
shows that do you watch shows with your family? Like what shows? Do you watch Housewives? Do either of you guys
No.
watch Housewives? No? Okay.
Nope.
Does your
Yeah,
wife watch
I
Housewives?
think Laura watched some of the earlier ones. I don't think she watches any of it, because it just
Yeah,
kind of runs its course. Well,
it
maybe it
does.
doesn't. Yeah, where it's just like, okay,
Sure.
these are all
Yeah,
some
no.
lie. Like this is
I have given up
it's
on
so
some of
much.
them. Let me tell you, the
It's
cast is not white on the ones that I've given up on. It's like
it just seems
so much
very
fighting on some of
yeah, it
them.
seems like so much like
Yeah.
Bitches be fighting, bro.
Yeah, it's too much. Makes
at
women
some
look
point
bad.
yeah, the ladies are like listen to a podcast. It's like you shouldn't really watch that anymore. It's bad for your
Yeah.
skin. It's bad for your skin. So it's like
Good to
it's
know.
like
Maybe
it's like,
that's
yeah,
my
I'm gonna
problem.
stop because yeah, that stress from Real Housewives is really drying out my skin.
So what do you watch with your like what's a show? Do you guys watch reality shows, competition
Um,
shows?
Not really. We don't really watch any like traditional television shows together at all. Like every
Okay.
now and then, me and Laura and my son will watch like a series or a movie. Like what'll be on will be like like camping videos, like cooking, catch, clean, and cook videos.
Okay.
Hmm.
There's some like there's like so no that's like
Because you
there's a
guys have
lot of
had
videos
YouTube TV probably for a long time, right? Like where you can
or
be
just
on
YouTube
YouTube.
Premium,
Yeah,
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 where
yeah.
we just have
We
like
just got
without
that, and I do
commercials or
notice that you
anything.
do watch more videos. Like I kind of like it too.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
watch what you like and there's no commercials at all. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
there's
Okay.
like there's literally like a world out there creating custom content just for you, like for everybody. If you work
Yeah.
for
Interesting.
YouTube. Because it's like if
Interesting.
you're into like and then if you want to watch like catch, clean, and cook fishing or hunting or whatever videos, it's like you can that are real raw. But if you want to
Okay.
watch ones that are more like family oriented, where they don't really show you all that stuff, then they have those too, where there's like a guy and his kids and his family out there in the woods and
Interesting.
doing that kind of stuff. So yeah,
That's
um,
cool. That's cool. That's what you guys are into. I love that. That's good. What
yeah,
about
there's
you,
a couple
Mole?
channels my kids like, but the kids are always. I mean, honestly, our kids
Yeah,
dominate the television
of
screens,
course.
and
I forgot you have young ones too. The young ones, you got to
so
keep
they're
them
dominating it
entertained. Yeah,
with yeah
that's
whatever
true.
their show is.
Or
Yep.
keep them away
But I
from
mean,
the bad
it's
stuff.
That's strange too because they don't really watch a lot of shows. They watch the same show over and over.
Really?
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's like my kids watched the Nickelodeon and Disney Channel were very popular when they were little, and I the shows would be, they would run like in cycles. Like it would be not a lot of new, it'd be the same episode all week long.
Right.
Yeah. I remember that. And the
I think they
color,
Oh,
enjoy
the
them. I think they
yeah,
also like the predictability of it. I think there's part
sure.
something to that.
Yeah. My daughter watches The Office over and over. Like she says that it's like her comfort show or whatever,
I
or
watched The Office
Gilmore
a few times.
Girls.
People don't need to make excuses for watching The Office. If you have the time and it's what you want to do, like it's just funny.
Okay, I've never watched it. I
It's
watched one at one
really,
of the things. It looked
it
good.
doesn't get old. It doesn't get old. It really
Okay.
doesn't get old. So I mean, it is a comfort show and all that, but it's like
Yeah.
it was legitimately hilarious.
That's how I feel about Love
But
on the Spectrum. It's my new comfort show.
yeah,
So
haven't
good.
seen that one yet.
So good.
I don't really
So
watch a lot of
sweet.
shows. I don't really watch a lot of TV shows. Last time I watched some TV shows hardcore was when I was sick. I had the flu in
Right.
Mm.
January.
Do you guys have like
That's the
all the
time where I can really
do,
focus.
do you guys have like the like HBO Max and all the options, or you can probably
Most
eliminate that if you're just watching YouTube?
some
Okay.
of them.
Yeah.
Well, like I have like get like Netflix and HBO through my phone, a
Sure.
Mm.
Verizon plan for pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Then I have like another bundle that's really cheap through Verizon
Yeah.
for like ESPN Plus, Hulu, Disney, and all that.
Yeah.
Right.
Disney.
But I would like cancel them, but they're so cheap. It's so cheap.
Right. Yeah.
That's how they
It's
get you,
so
man.
yeah,
That's how they keep you within their grasps.
Well,
true.
like I'm not talking about like full price Netflix because if you're paying whatever it is nowadays, like 25 bucks, 20 some dollars a month or whatever for your family, so you can
Yeah.
watch multiple screens. It's like you might cancel that every couple months because they don't really come up with that, unless you're just obsessed with it. But there's too much content to pay
There's
for all
so
these
much
different.
content. And then you have all
No,
those
but yeah,
those things and you're just like looking, always searching, and then I am.
yeah. I think Verizon has had some deal where it's like you can add like HBO and Netflix for like $10.
Yeah.
And it's
They
like,
make it
okay, well,
reasonable.
that's like really okay, that's fair. And then you can add like this other bundle for $10 or so,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, everyone should watch that movie Last Breath on Peacock. It's really good. It's really
¿Mande?
beautiful. Uh,
I don't know. I haven't watched. I mean, that's
so
No
Woody
sé, ¿por qué? ¿De
Harrelson's
quién era?
newest movie.
oh no, I don't
Oh,
know.
sí.
Never heard of it. I've never even heard of it.
Oh, really?
No.
Quizás.
It's a literal true story
¿Cuándo lo votó?
about underwater divers that work like on the pipelines that are on the seafloor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's his brand new movie. They put it out for free on Peacock. It's really good. It's
It's
like
free or you
edge
got to
of your,
pay for
it's
Peacock
free.
though.
It's well, if you have Peacock, do you have Peacock?
I had it up until today because
Bro, May 1st.
I don't know what happens, but like
Quizás no.
my son is like
Yeah.
he got a new Fire Stick, and I guess I didn't put the protection on it, so he ordered Peacock
Hmm.
last month.
Oh
So
boy.
he's able to just order it through on Amazon.
Yeah,
So because I guess
nice.
he wanted to watch some NBC show or something like that. So
I mean,
It's
it
like, damn it, boy,
happens.
what'd I tell you?
Happens.
yeah.
My daughter had, what was she like when she was in, I had, oh, it was when we first got like an Apple phone because we had like the Blackberries and then we moved over to the Apple phones and she could like buy stuff or whatever. I don't know what happened, but I remember there was like $300 worth of stuff. I was like,
Good
whoa,
Lord.
what did you do? She's
It's
like, I
gonna
was
bankrupt
just,
you.
yeah.
It's gonna bankrupt you, bro.
Do they
Mm.
do the Minecraft? Not Minecraft. What's the one where the kids can buy stuff?
Roblox
Yeah,
maybe,
that's the one.
or
That's the
or
one.
or
It's Roblox.
not
What I
really.
was.
No,
No,
my son
good.
used to do that, but no, he got tired of it. There's other
Yeah.
stuff now. Um, Then my girls just have very limited access to any kind of real games like that.
Yeah, it's cute. Cute, you're in
And
the thick of it.
we keep it pretty locked down. Like as far they just don't get access to certain. Like my son, he's 13. He doesn't know he's not going to get a phone for a long time. He's
Okay.
got friends that have had phones for since elementary
Yeah,
school. You know what I mean?
sure.
Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
but we're just like, I think we can avoid the problem of
They make
That's
the
way
whatever
too.
excuse, they
by
make
just
the
not having a
excuse,
phone.
I need to be able to get in touch with my child. Like, do you? Do
Hmm,
you?
yeah.
Yeah, no.
No, yeah. I mean, he has a watch, but that's very
Yeah,
limited. It frustrates him because it's not,
right.
yeah, just
It's not
he
a
can
cool guy
text message
watch.
and whatever, but it's like it's hard to like say anything when you're like trying to type it out on
Yeah.
your watch. It's hard
Uh,
to say anything like
uh.
Yeah, and it's this big, so you can't really
hard to
get
say
into
anything that's
too
going to
much
get you into
trouble.
trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
But that's enough. That to me that was like kind of a pretty easy middle of the road thing for us to as far as like if I need we need to get in touch with him.
Yeah,
And
Mhm.
then it's also a good test because it's like then he forgets to wear it half the time when he needs it, and it's like,
yeah,
all right, well you're
yeah,
not ready for a phone then, I guess.
You're not making a good case.
yeah. That's smart.
Exactly.
That's smart. Yeah, I would say
It's
keep it away
easier.
from him as long as you can.
It's also this like thing where it's like that's what AT&T and T and Verizon, I'm sure that was part of their goal is like
Get everybody hooked.
normally they
Yeah,
would get their kid like there's all these damn kids out there that don't have phones and I was like normally they'd wait till they're 18 but we need to make it a safety thing and like we need to
yeah, that's
start
what they
get
make it a safety
that's
thing.
like another 8 years of if they get their
Yeah.
kid a phone at 10 that's like a whole another 8 years of revenue on an extra phone. And to be
Hmm.
fair,
The
a lot of times
access of,
they give the extra lines away for a lot cheaper, but it's
yeah,
still.
it's crazy. That's crazy to think of like what is out there in that phone. I remember I used to watch
Everything
when I
and
used to watch
anything.
Oprah said, they're coming for your kids inside the computer. I would make Kylie, she could only use the computer in the living room in front of me. Like you could sit at the table and use it, but you're not taking up in your room
It would be
because,
nice if you could get a phone for your kid that, well, I mean, you can, like a cricket type thing, but
yeah,
like a smartphone for your kid that wasn't like
Beep,
made to
beep.
monetize them.
right.
You know what I mean? Because like I said, I was like, it is pretty cheap to add an extra line, and look, and when things are not going great, Apple will give you a free phone
Yeah, for
Hmm.
sure.
and an extra line for 10-15 bucks a month.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, so it's just more, but it's like what's the angle here to like get my kid a phone for practically nothing when
right.
he's 10? It's like, oh, okay, yeah, you're just trying to like get
Yeah,
another little zombie hooked on it.
Exactly.
yeah. Get them
Exactly.
on the tit.
And
Crazy.
it's not like if you didn't they're like gonna like swear off technology when they turn 18 and can buy it from them. They're still gonna buy the damn iPhone.
Sure. He probably has
If you
friends
just
that
want
let
to get
him
another one.
use his phone.
Oh,
You know
for
what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah, we know. We know. Yeah. In the
Yeah.
back seat of the car when they're on the way places, he's seen all that, but
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
and
No
it's like I
socials.
also worry about like the dynamic of that where it just
Of
makes
what?
him want it to makes him want that stuff even more because
Yeah.
his friends all have access. But it's like, no, I think it's all in
Does
all, I think
he
on
grind you
balance,
guys
it's
about it
good.
or no?
Not really.
Oh, good. Yeah. I mean, he plays a lot of
Not me at
sports. You
least.
guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Not she.
All right.
He probably knows
But
better.
that just yeah, it makes it a lot easier. Just don't do it.
Yeah. I
Don't
mean,
do it.
there's line. What's the age? Does he have an age to look
Like
forward to or no?
0. No, no, we haven't said anything.
18.
Okay, good.
Well, I keep saying yeah, like 25.
Yeah. Find out what's out there when it's time.
Like you have a laptop, like
Okay.
you have a laptop and email for school. You go somewhere where there's internet and you can use the email.
Get to email in, buddy. That's funny. How's things going in your community with the stabbing? Is it dying down or is it ramping
I
up
think we're in a
or
lull. We're in a lull
okay.
because there's no news. I guess I'm not even really
Yeah.
sure technically what this period is, but it's a period, I guess, where maybe they're giving all the evidence to the grand jury
Hmm.
because I
Okay.
guess the police charge, but then they actually have to have the grand jury also say yes. I guess I don't know, and so and then it's like even if they say yes, then there's like a lot of time for preparation.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't think there's an urge to fast track it
Right.
because I think this
Except for
community
he's
doesn't.
out, right? Or they
Well, he
community.
is out. I don't think there's an urge in the community to like for like the officials, and this is just my take, is like they would like this story to like not be talked about for a while. So
Yeah.
if everybody's just kind of in their corner doing their
Hmm.
thing and like not talking to the media, like a time where like isn't even talked about for three,
Do
six
you think
months
they're
would
gonna,
be
is
pretty
he gonna
good.
graduate? Is he supposed to
No, he's been
graduate?
expelled, I think.
Okay. That was my
Mm.
question. Like that might be the
Yeah, he
next
was
news story if they let him
expelled.
walk. You know,
No, yeah, I don't. I mean, yeah.
hopefully not, right? Oh no.
I don't know. I don't. I don't. No, I don't think so. I mean, anything could happen, but I would imagine they're preparing for the worst right now. Like that, they got to think like the betting odds are this
It
kid's
would
going
be
to
kind
jail
of
for a
tone
long
deaf on the
time.
school to let him
Yeah.
walk after,
Oh
taking
yeah, that's
another
not
kid's
happening. I
life.
think they
Yeah.
try. People try to start a little bit of heat because they expelled him, but it's like that's just kind of protocol
Yeah.
Hmm.
when someone whether it's self-defense or not, like it's kind of
Yeah.
Hmm.
protocol. You brought a knife, you stabbed and killed someone at a track. Yeah, like you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need
All
to
right.
homeschool.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna need to homeschool from the last semester of your senior year.
Or wait till you get to prison, you can get your GED.
Oh, gee.
I mean, that's what makes it so tragic because it's like, now what?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it certainly
Yeah.
isn't under his control. I mean, like that. This young
Hmm.
boy has lost his
Everything.
control of his own destiny. So.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so
One.
sad. But yeah, I think there's a lull right now, and I think that that's kind of what the way people would like it because it's just like nobody wants, like, no one around here wants to talk about it. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
and
For
no,
sure.
and even if they like want the kid to go to jail like yesterday, still no one's really going to talk about it. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I was saying a lot. It's just everything. If you live around here, things are going well. Like, you
Yeah.
don't want, like, you do not want this kind of bumming, this bum out stuff. You don't want
Yeah.
this kind of
He's speaking for himself. He's like, quit
I
bumming
mean,
me out.
yeah, kind of,
What,
because like everybody
Texas?
around here has got a kid in school that it's like they're just like, what the fuck? Like this
Yeah.
is.
Crazy.
I don't even want to think this is a possibility.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, there's things that happen at various schools, and they tear down the schools. It's like this is our main stadium for the district. Like
Yeah.
you can't like just tear it down.
Yeah.
Like it's there. Like we're gonna be
Hmm.
there. And just we'll be there in a few months. Yeah. So.
Yeah. He's freshman
Yeah,
year
but I think
starting?
I think they'll try to maybe like even move it out of the area if that's
Yeah.
possible. Maybe move it to like a different county
Right.
or like a district, municipality, whatever you call it.
Sure. I mean, because it got so much media coverage, it's probably would be best to get it at least.
I think like the way that a lot of these things happen is if you can have like a silent period where nothing's happening, like people could. There's always a chance that like people will kind of forget about it, and then there'll be like a quick case, and like it'll just be like bam, 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 no cameras in the courtrooms.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Bam, bam, bam. Well, if that's not exciting, that's not interesting to anybody. If I can't watch it, then
Right.
it's
Hmm.
like, whatever. He's gone to jail, and it's like
Yeah.
he goes away, and that's
Yeah.
probably the best case scenario.
Yeah. I think
I
they
know
were
that's
trying
just
to get like a race thing hustled up with this specific case, and it just didn't
around
take
here.
traction the
Like
way.
this area is very proud of its school system. So anything negative about the school system, like, nah, they gotta move on quick from this stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
It's bad for business. It adds a lot of value to everybody's houses, like that live
Yeah.
in the district, even if you don't live in the city.
Sure.
It's just really, really, really bad for business. We got a freaking Universal Studios theme park being built
Yeah,
like
Holy
within a few
cow.
miles from here. They're trying to like get this performing arts center passed, and there were just like a lot of talk about like becoming a destination area with all these
right.
Really?
attractions and like this soccer stadium and like I guess we have like the U.S. Soccer Hall of Fame or something, which isn't,
Oh,
it's not a lot, but it's something.
yeah,
Um, so like yeah, this whole thing about, I mean, they're just like the whole Frisco area is trying to attract businesses. So
right.
Right.
any kind of negative story is just,
Not
man,
good.
bad.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah, it's just, and then it's just the nature of the story is so crazy. It's just
speaking of
so crazy.
trials, we got Diddy coming up in the next couple
Oh yeah.
days.
So
Wonder if people
is
That's
are,
there
hard to
actually going to
believe.
be
That's
a
it's kind of hard to
trial
believe it's
tomorrow?
actually happening.
yeah,
Oh,
it
okay.
starts, I guess jury selection starts on the 5th, 4th, 4th or 5th.
Does he still have supporters saying that he's innocent, or is everyone just trying to have him be locked up and be
The
forgotten
thing
about?
that I recently heard was that he was trying to say that he was under the influence, so can't be held accountable for his actions.
Hey, I got to
All
tell
the
you,
time,
part of me
all the
really hopes
time.
that works for him. Like, part of me is like, whoa, are you serious? Like that, you can get off of that? Like you can just,
You were under the influence for how long
Yeah,
that, come
yeah, it's
on,
like
man.
you can't arrest me for drunk driving. I was drunk.
yeah, I like it.
That's what he's saying basically.
Bold. It's bold.
It's like, yeah, I got into the car and
Yeah. Yeah, I beat
hit
her up.
ran some stuff over, but it's like, I mean, I
Yeah.
was hammered. What do you come on? I got a
What
problem.
do
Hello.
you
What do you
expect? Come on.
like what's your problem? What's your problem, officer? Like what
Exactly.
gives you the right? Zzz, zzz,
Oh
zzz.
man.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I can't, it's kind of hard to believe it's got to be a circus, right?
It's
I
going to
feel
be.
like I
Like
wonder
Yes.
if
there's
they're gonna
everybody's
have cameras. Are
it's
the
in too
cameras
many
gonna be in there?
people's. Oh
Are they
man.
going to be
I thought the federal, they don't
televising
do
it? Oh,
cameras.
I
okay.
don't, yeah,
Is it the
certain ones they
federal?
don't do.
Wow.
Oh, that's not good for business.
Be
But
fun if they did. I loved watching that Johnny Depp trial. I mean, the ratings would be through the roof. You would
yeah,
think, right? I mean,
I don't
Always
know how
thinking
you.
about the ratings, Quana.
well, the
It's kind
modern
of crazy to compare that
modern
those two
world.
stories. Even like you got just these two. They're just like
Hmm.
obviously crazy. One's defecating in the bed, and then you got Diddy just running around with all kinds of freak shows with
Drugs
2,000
Drugs.
bottles
and
of baby oil,
yeah,
Yep.
cameras everywhere,
Yep.
um,
pizza boxes that need to be disposed of and all that,
doing the
whatnot.
Jeffries, taking the
Going
Yeah,
Jeffries,
deep on LeBron
like the
James.
just everything about that is so, it's too much, man.
I'm brand new.
yeah. I don't, yeah, I
Uh,
don't know how that's gonna go. Yeah, they're not gonna
yeah.
really yeah. Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
guess
I
only
guess
time
he's
will
in big
tell.
trouble. He got offered a plea
Maybe.
deal.
Did he take it?
I'm just no, he did not.
Yeah,
He's
because
that confident.
he was under
I
the
don't
influence while he was doing his crimes.
I still don't rule out like a major twist where he gets out.
Yeah, Bill asked me today. He's like, "Do you think he has a chance of getting off?" I said, "Absolutely, million percent,
What,
million
what,
percent."
okay, why do you think that? What,
Well, I think he's connected to something. I think that he was part of some sort of blackmail ring. Obviously,
okay,
that's a thing. That's a real thing. We've
okay.
learned that already. So
Hmm.
if he's part of that, you know, him being in prison would say that maybe he's lost some of his project protection.
Right.
Um, I think that when he first got arrested, he thought he could apologize and come back because obviously he went to another country when he made his apology and then he
Yeah.
came back. So I think he
Still
came
wasn't
back
enough.
thinking, I think he came back thinking like they're not going to do it because I have all of these
I
things that I've done for
apologize. Come
them.
on.
I've done all these things for them. Like, why would they? do this, and that's why he's here. I mean, Ace talks about them leaving, and he did leave. Like he literally left. He went to another country, but then he
Yeah.
came back. So
I said it somewhere. I was probably a little three sheets of the wind, but I said something about it on a post the other day. It could be just pure hubris that he came back because he's just like, I'm gonna beat this. But it's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
what's that hubris beat based on? Like I'm guessing like, at that level, he's probably tied in with some powerful people,
yeah,
people that
Hmm.
are have connections. I don't rule
well,
out that like he's been told, look, buddy, you had a good run,
yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
Hmm.
You're
here's
gonna
you
go
get
do the things that you like to do with the boys in prison
there's
now.
well, no, it's more like there's two paths you can go down. Like you can fight this and try to expose everybody and like, things are going to go really bad for you, or like,
Yeah,
Right.
listen, buddy, you're going to need to sit in a hole for a year or two,
yeah,
you're going to go through a humiliating trial because I think
yeah.
part of the punishment is the humiliation.
Yeah.
Gonna be bad.
So
Yeah.
it's like it's going to be humiliating, but if you just keep your mouth shut,
When he
you'll
first
walk away from this in a couple years, you know, I don't
when
know if
he
you want to call
first
it
got
free, but
arrested,
you'll have a lot of your money left, and you can just stay quiet and go off into the sunset.
I don't
You'll
think
be
he has
good,
that in
man.
him. I don't think he has that in him.
Yeah,
When he
but
first got
it
arrested, he
just
did a video where he was holding his child on his lap and they were reading a list of names, and it was like crazy names, like so many crazy names. You can find that video. I'll post it in our group. But I mean, if those are the people that he has information on, because he was basically saying in that video, like, hey, if I call you and I need you in the next, year, I'm gonna need you to pick up. And then he just J-Lo, Oprah,
I mean,
A-Rod,
yeah,
excuse me.
it's not like there's like some overriding like search for justice and truth and
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
I don't think that's
justice
what's
for the
gonna come
victims.
out. Sure.
It's more like there's a power structure that's just like, have we destroyed this guy and kind of taken him out of play? Yes. Okay. Let's let
Right.
he can like go free, maybe try to rehabilitate himself and his record label. He'll become a pastor. like he'll pro-
Bro.
probably
Start a
start a
mega
church or
church.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll start a church or something like that. But he will
Mhm.
not be like whatever he's done for
Yeah.
us to us will not no longer be a threat.
To us.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Because it
Traumatized.
seems like he was allowed like you don't he was allowed to do a lot of the stuff he was doing for a long time,
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
that too.
um
For
to
sure.
where it's like they must have been approved by people,
Yeah.
and yeah, like they don't want
Uh,
him getting too desperate, so it's just like, man, you got to just put up with this. And again, this is pure conjecture, so
yeah.
the only
Interesting.
reason
I mean,
why he
it's
didn't
gonna
come
start.
back,
Yeah.
like why he would come back, like why. Also,
Well,
I
I
think that like now is a day and age too where it's 2025. Like we're taking like 400 or $500 million yachts off of Russian billionaires, like that. We're just
what
showing
about
up at the
that?
marina. We're just showing up at the marina and being like, yeah, we're from the United States. We're taking this boat now,
And some of
and
those
John
boats
Doe.
the
are like
people like
millions of dollars to
hundreds of millions.
maintain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We're paying. Yeah, I think I forget. I remember I shared an article about like the amount of money that American taxpayers are paying to the marinas in like
Yeah.
Spain. like we're like paying the slip fees in Monaco and like
Yeah.
in a port city in Monaco to like house these gigantic yachts because it's like
Yeah. Some of them
you
are like,
can't
it
it's like
takes,
just take them out to the middle of the ocean and sink them. Anyway, my point was like they were
I,
probably like, Diddy, like you really think you can just like take your American like transfer your funds to a bank and anywhere like
yeah.
we can't just shut off everything you have, like
Yeah.
yeah, you can't
It's
run.
not how this works.
Wasn't there somebody on Corolla recently who said that their money got shut off? Like oh no, it was Terrence Howard on he did real time or not real time, he did his podcast, whatever that is, the And he said that the banks just like shut off his money. They just said that they didn't want his money anymore, so that they gave it back to him, like, get your money out of our banks
Hmm.
when he started
Terrence
talking about
Howard, yeah,
scams.
I would probably need to strap Terrence Howard to a lie detector polygraph machine if I was going to have a cover. Like
That's funny.
Terrence Howard be a scary person to talk to because he'd start going into a subject and just be
Mm, yeah.
like, are
I'm gonna put
you?
this into
Yeah.
Chat GPT and see what
He'd
it
be like,
says, or Gronk.
let me explain to you how a icy machine works, and then he'll start talking about the parts and just like, are you making this up? Like,
This is what
do
I
you have
got
any
accused
experience
of.
with
My
like?
daughter accused me of doing this, that I just tell her things, and I've been doing this to her whole life. I just tell her things that are facts, and they're literally not facts.
Like, I've been lied to my entire life. What the hell?
Sorry. Sorry. My bad. Speak with your full chest, 10 toes down.
Yeah, that's well, like as the George Costanza once said, it's not a lie if you believe it.
Well, see, that's the thing. He believes what he would be telling you, Chris. So what is it? The machine wouldn't pick up on it. It'd void the thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's an
It'd be
interesting
useless.
subject. You know, there's
Yeah.
that lawsuit going on with that. There's a guy named Robbie Starbuck. He was like, I think he was like it ran for Congress or something in Tennessee at some point, but he's like a
You had me
social
worried
media
there.
figure.
I
I
know, I
thought
was
it
like,
was our
it's
Robbie
paused me.
Spotlight.
No,
Say
no,
shit,
no.
man. What's Robbie been up to? Shout out to Robbie
But
Spotlight. We miss you, buddy.
we
No,
do.
but what is this about? What is about this guy?
He's
Tell
suing
me.
Meta.
Starbuck.
Well, because Meta's AI started returning like really bogus and like defamatory things about him to people.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so Meta or Meta AI or whatever they call their thing
Uh-huh.
came back and was like, yes, Robbie Starbuck was involved in January 6th. He was there and arrested during January 6th for trespass. Like, and it's like, just, it's not true.
Oh,
But I guess
wow.
so. But the reason AI is saying it is not because necessarily it's, you know, trying to hurt him. It's just
Mm-hmm.
because so many people have lied and said
Oh, no. This
that
is what we
Meta's
have to look
just
forward
like,
to.
yeah, it's like Meta. So that like the AI is just like, well, I'm scanning all the social media and it seems to be kind of a consensus out there that Robbie Starbuck was at this
Mm-hmm.
event and and this happened to him. Yeah. So
Wow.
it's like,
Did you
yeah.
see that they settled that Babbitt case today? They got her, Ashley Babbitt.
What
Um,
case?
I don't know
Yeah.
that I didn't hear that they said. I thought that
I
they
thought that
got
they
more
a settlement.
information, but did they
No,
get
I think they
money?
got a settlement. Yeah, I think there was a settlement for that.
Yeah, that's a tough situation because it's like you're like, lady, you're in the Capitol building and you're like kind of kicking down a door, and
Yeah.
I don't think she should have been killed for that. But it's like
Mm-hmm.
you definitely. I mean, come on, like
Yeah.
conservative people, the people on the right are always just like, if you don't want to get shot, like you should probably like
Stay home.
there's a lot of steps you take, when you get shot by a cop, you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I would
Mm-hmm.
say that there's a lot of steps you took that day
Yeah.
leading up to the point where a cop shot you. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a chance
That's a good point.
that you got shot just completely random, but it's like there's a real
Yeah.
good chance that like a lot of what happened to you because of a series of decisions you made.
Yeah.
Also, it's
Yeah.
like if you're going to storm the Capitol
I'm
and
not.
your ex, well, I mean, this is just kind of a
I love it
maybe
when
a dick.
Chris dispenses information or advice on how to storm,
Yeah,
government buildings. Keep it
this
going.
is good. Now, this is maybe a dickhead point of view, but it's like if you're going to storm the Capitol and your expectation is that there's no risk to you,
You're a fool. Fraud on
well then
yourself.
like what are you doing? Like you're it's like you're playing bumper bowling with the bumper rails on the sides,
Hmm.
Right.
like the whole nature of like protest and like kind of getting rowdy is like,
You're going to incur
something
some
bad might like
damage.
something might have bad happen.
Yeah.
like maybe you get arrested. I mean, but it's like the people that you're like trying to kick down the doors to, like all those people are like, as Adam Carolla would say, like don't think of them as police officers and think of them as dudes with guns.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's like, man,
That are
like
sick
it
of the
shouldn't have
bullshit.
happened. I would like something bad, like something to happen to that guy for being a pussy that day and just
Yeah.
being killing that lady totally unnecessarily. But like, I, I mean, I'm sure they would do a check. I'm imagining it's not like $100 million check. It's probably,
Hmm.
like you're not
I
going to
mean,
talk about this many for anymore kind of check, but it's like, I'm sure it's
yeah.
not like they can buy you know, buy a seat in Congress or something with that money. I don't know. It's just part of what happened that day. And yeah, that lady died. Shouldn't have
Yeah.
died, but like, it's like you were doing something that was kind of dangerous. And it's
Yeah,
like
you
it's
would.
like if you
I
want to
mean, maybe
like
they didn't. I don't know.
I mean
You see
and it's
footage
if you
of the
want to
doors being
like
open for people, and you see other footage of them climbing through windows. I mean,
yeah,
it's
that door, she was shot through a door, so that wasn't being opened before, but it's like
yeah,
she was not in the frame of mind where it was like doors were being open. They were like they were rowdy.
yeah,
Hmm.
That guy, obviously that guy got scared and like freaked out, which is like,
yeah,
come on, man. Like if that's how you roll, like you need to be like a security guard at a TJ Maxx or something.
yeah, definitely.
Like that's like you need to
Where
have
no
like
one's
a
asking you to chase the
like
robbers. Like
walkie-talkie is the most advanced weapon you have.
exactly.
But it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can't like
they
you
settled
can't
it.
be
30 million, a
like
thirty
you can't
million
be
dollar civil
brave
suit.
like and then to also in a weird way to give her some kind of respect. It's like you can't be brave if there's no danger. You know what I mean? Like you're not really like is that terrible to say? Like you can't like so it's like just to kind of give her some respect. Like she wasn't just some, you know, uh I don't know. She put herself in harm's way, I guess you could say. Like right?
I
Like a
mean,
lot of those people did.
yeah, yeah. Uh, yes, yes, yes. Mostly peaceful protest.
Yeah, that was so,
I mean,
like
when you
people
think
will
about the other
say,
protests, though, I mean, maybe they
yeah,
because they
yeah.
weren't on sacred ground or whatever. It's just, I
That
don't
was
know.
part of it. I think I mean that is the mind fuck of the whole January 6th is that it was like a
They were tearing down
continuation.
statues.
It
Like there
was the
was so much going
continuation of that.
on.
It was a continuation of that, and it's like I think the people that kind of set up, January 6th to be what it was,
Or
to be like the catastrophe it was. I think they
right.
knew that. Like I think these people were really real geniuses, and real devious in like their what they had planned for that day with like the
Yeah.
lack of security, lack of
Yeah.
organization, turning down National Guard,
Yeah.
like
All the stuff that's been proven
the
after the fact, right?
yeah, having Antifa people that were either, informants, CIs for the FBI, like
Yep.
in the mix.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, but that's such, yeah, that's the, it did happen in the context of the summer of love,
Hmm.
Sure.
election year and all that, or, election coming out of
Yeah.
election year.
Yeah.
Um, and then like, there's like a weird thing in our culture, society, and the human race where we want to like, we need to define something as one thing.
Right.
Was it an insurrection? Was it not like it's
All
like it
right.
was like a lot of things. It was a lot of things going on at the
Yeah.
same time. Like it
Sure.
was like peaceful protesters, it was grandmas at one side, and
Yeah.
it was like I think it's a very tiny percentage, but it was like a small group of dudes on the other side that maybe kind of wanted things to kick off a bit,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and we're kind of when it did kick off, and I think part of it was provoked, but they were there ready to get things going.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest because like I've been, that age where it's like, you know, you and your friends get into a fight and it's like you kind of like, like if you really want to be honest, like it wasn't all the other people's fault. Like, you
Yeah,
were there, like you were there to like, these are all dudes. So
sure.
it's like some of those dudes were there to get things kicked off.
Yeah, they
Tiny,
wanted
tiny
to
percentage.
get
Yeah.
into it.
And now some of them were there to get things kicked off and they were part of the setup, I think. But I think
I think
there
so.
Hmm.
were
Well, I
some.
mean, Gretchen Whitmire, right? The kidnapping of her, it shows that they've done it. So if you've done that
That's true. That's
before,
true. That's a good point.
maybe you do
That's
it
a
again.
fascinating story of how the people that supposedly tried to kidnap a governor all
Yeah.
got off,
Yeah.
and in fact were found not guilty of trying to kidnap a governor.
Yeah.
But we're all charged by the federal government for trying to kidnap a governor, but all got off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's a weird one. Hmm.
It's a
You guys
weird
want to
one.
go
You
and
should,
try kidnap a governor?
no,
Well, I don't
no.
know, like fake kidnap, like it was like a fake kidnapping plot. It was like
Come on, guys, it
God,
was just a prank. I swear. Look, the camera's hidden right over there.
one of the best. I kind of want to know. I would like to talk to this lady, the
Hmm.
governor, Gretchen Whitmer, in a very
Yeah.
friendly way. But like,
Yeah.
because I want to know like what she knew because they got her because after that was well, not after, but before it was all kind of overturned and
Hmm.
they just charged all the people that again eventually got off.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, she, the FBI had her do a whole thing where she was on stage with the agents where she was thanking them for saving her life.
Right.
That sounds
It's
like a
all
humiliation
performative.
ritual.
Yeah. Performative.
And
All of
but
it.
it was a weird thing because it also made her look really good because made her look like, wow, she must be really amazing if she's a target of these crazy radicals. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hmm.
She was also up there with the FBI, like thanking them and like making them look like heroes. And they were just like, all in a day's work, ma'am. We entrap people into fake kidnapping plots all the time for your safety
Oh,
because
messed up.
we got to make sure no one's going to really try to kidnap you by making fake kidnapping plots against you. That was a real mind effort because you wonder like did she know that there really wasn't a real kidnapping that was going to happen because they were all working for like everybody in this group,
Everybody's working for the government. The
like everybody in the
victim,
group,
all of the
everybody except for like the
kidnappers.
it was like the two most moronic dudes in the group
Yeah.
had no idea, but everybody
A
else was like
wheelman.
working for the government,
It's like,
working
what
like
is
as a
going
CI,
on?
or was like like there was literally no chance that this kidnapping was going to take place because there were so many federal informants that knew about the
Oh, jeez. Yeah, and then the media didn't cover that. I mean, yeah.
they couldn't like it's just like how do you because even if you're like the I mean you might run CBS and be a patriot and be like how do we tell the story because if we tell the story truthfully it's the people are going to be like what
Yeah.
like what is
Yeah.
our government doing like what are they doing
Yeah.
like fake kidnapping
A lot of weird deep state
yeah
bullshit.
and I think that was like a big part of like you say the federal government but I think a big part of that was like just some real pieces of shit that worked at the FBI in that particular field office that were like
Yeah.
trying to score points and make themselves look awesome
That's
and
the thing. So much free
and
reign in those.
not to let them off the hook but it's like and then someone in DC was just like wow that guy looks great he just uncovered a kidnapping plot
Yeah.
it's like well maybe we should look into like
Yeah.
how this all
Hmm.
went no 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 no
Interesting.
no 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 this looks really good it's a great headline I got an idea. We're gonna get the governor, the fake victim of this fake kidnapping plot. We're gonna get her on stage and make her thank us for saving her from the fake kidnapping plot. Like
That's why everyone says it's a movie. It's a clown
yeah,
show.
it's
It's
really
not real. And then, I mean,
that was a
think
crazy
about
one.
think about fucking Katy Perry going to goddamn space 2 weeks ago or whenever that was,
Going
and
to
her
space.
opening up the door and then the closing it again, and then Jeff Bezos tripping, and then
I
it was
really
completely different door. There's no like enough
I'm
with
gonna have to look into
trying
this.
to fuck us over with your stupid shit that we don't care about. Ah,
I got to look into this at some point. I'm going to let the dust settle because other than just like looking at the headline and like the photo, like I really did not look into this story at
they
all.
opened up the capsule from the
I've seen
inside and
like
then
some
shut the door
clips.
real
Yeah.
fast. And then he comes up with this tool and as fake opens it from the outside.
Yeah. That's
Stop. We're not retarded. We're not. Like, we're awake. Some of us. Mm.
like, or your camera people are because they really like the whole instructions on how to like, edit that. Just they weren't paying attention.
Hmm.
Like, they need to hire some of the cinematographers from Tesla or
Yeah.
SpaceX.
The ship that they went into, not the same thing that they came out of. The windows are different. Like, enough.
Really? Okay.
Enough.
Yeah.
Just enough. And then Katy Perry, like, oh, I feel peace. I am peace. I'm like,
I think this was kind of fascinating to me because they really tried to advertise this. They tried to market it. There was a lot of money behind it, a lot of very popular figures, right? So, like, if on paper, let's say you're a brand new publicist, you're 25 years old, and they're just like, it's all on you, kid. You're the publicist. Like, make this all happen. Like, you got all these really super popular people.
they
They're
had
all
Oprah
women.
there. They had the
Yeah, they all
Kardashians
women. Like
there.
each of these women, like in their own right, like Katy Perry, Gayle King, they're all like independently wealthy. Da 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 da. Like this story should go well. Like this should be something. But man, the
Yeah.
whole like I feel like leading up to it, it didn't seem like anybody was really interested. Oh,
Yeah.
that's my take. And then after it happened, it just got ridiculed so badly. Like, no, it just no one.
Gail
Yeah,
King
it's like
looking dead in the camera and saying, well, have you been to space? Like, you are so disconnected. Like,
it is
fuck
really, yeah,
you.
it's
No,
really
I
been like,
haven't.
yeah, like
And neither have
there's
you.
probably in publicist school, they're probably just like, this should have never happened. Like, this is like, we need to learn from this. We need to study
Yeah.
this.
Like Oprah set her
Get
up
out your,
to fail.
get out your publicist microscope and like figure out what happened here. Cause this should have worked. This should have been like a huge thing.
I feel like we're
But,
sick of their shit. More and more people are getting
it's like,
sick of their
it
shit.
really, yeah, it like hurt. Well, they may have all like they all may all feel great, but it's like it really kind of hurt all of them in a weird way, and it got
Hmm.
mocked. And at the same time, it's like I know that it's an all women crew, whatever, but like you know, we are aware that like female astronauts have been going into space for decades, so it's like
Ugh.
so like,
What about
and
the
it's
lady that they sent up to space for 2 days and they gave her like 380 tampons to take with her? Like the guy.
I never heard that. Really? Was she? Yeah, I
Yeah,
really
she was
don't know
only going
anything
up for a
about.
couple days, but they packed her.
Look, us guys, we don't really know. Like, is that a lot? Is that not enough? I don't know.
You're
I don't
about to
know the
find
tampon
out,
man.
son. You're about to
I don't know
find
the.
out.
Oh no, their bathroom is as far away
Hmm.
from me as possible in this house.
Oh,
Yeah, but it
goodness.
just backfired, and it's like, yeah, there's been lady astronauts, like legit ones, like
Yeah.
military, like studied their whole lives, like.
I mean, one
So it's
just
like,
literally got rescued, came back like
yeah,
her covered in herpes, her bones are deteriorating, her fucking hair is falling
I'm
out.
sorry, it's covered in
We don't
herpes.
care about her
face
because
herpes.
because Elon Musk bought her back. But another fucking billionaire, and mind you, the old fucker Bernie and AOC are out.
Yeah.
Fuck the oligarchies, and we're like celebrating Jeff Bezos sending the richest women in the world to space. They paid $11 million each for
Yeah,
their
that's another thing.
seats.
Is like the whole
Like we're
thing
not
that there
talking
was a
about that.
guy, the whole thing there was a guy that paid for it. It's like,
In his penis spaceships. Oh, his penis-shaped spaceships. They went up in the head of a dick, is what they went up in.
but
Sorry, it needed to be said.
well,
God damn it.
it's just like we all like so just the whole thing where it's like it's going to be an all female flight. It's like, well, that's not really impressive because Like there's like you could put
Texas
together a
pig.
team. You could put together a team of like real all female like legitimate astronauts,
Yeah.
like colonels and stuff. You
And
know,
put him in space, send him to
colonels
space.
and captains, and call them the all first all female crew. So like this like the whole like all female crew aspect of it was kind of like just not a good, just didn't, I don't know, just didn't add up to like being something that would be celebrated. I understand on
Yeah.
paper beforehand, like
Mm-mm.
maybe 1999 Katy Perry or two. I don't know how long she's been around, but
They
I mean,
definitely should have done it under Joe Biden's administration. Then people would have been
that's
maybe
true.
a little bit more celebratory, but it's like,
He would
bitch,
have had
what are
like they
you
would have had
doing?
Joe Biden doing it. Yeah,
I do love that they have singled out Katy Perry. Like there's other women that went up, but everyone's like,
laying low.
she's the
Yeah,
name and the face of it.
yeah. She's like Katy Perry's like she's like, "Am I right, ladies?" And she's all alone on stage. Like girl power, F that. This looks bad. It's a bad look.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm actually surprised how bad it's been mocked and like
Yeah.
derided. I'm actually surprised by that. I think it's almost unfair. I
Well,
get
if you
it.
saw the video of
I
him
get it,
fake
but it's like
opening that door, it's like they are saying to our faces, you are too dumb to notice
the
that
only
this
one.
is
Okay, the first I think like this wasn't even tracking. So like I woke up in the morning, I look at Daily Mail and it's a picture of Jeff
Right.
Bezos tripping and falling in the hole or something. That was the only video I saw, and I was like, okay, I'm done with this.
Yep, you
I mean,
gotta
a
see
part of me
it.
was like,
It's like,
I'm really glad that it didn't blow up or something didn't go wrong because, ladies, like as bad as it is now, like Katy Perry's getting a lot of grief and all that. Like Gail King's getting. If something had gone wrong, y'all, I mean, you'll never live it down. Never live it down.
those
It's
dumb
true.
bitches went to space and it would be like the submarine people. No one would
It would
care.
be like if something went tragically wrong, just try to imagine like what the nation's reaction would have been. It would have been like crazy sad, but also like crazy like what the why'd you, it would have been like it would have been like the reaction to that sub that
Yeah.
imploded underwater, but
Yeah.
with
All the rich
celebrities.
people. Yeah.
But with
Continue.
like celebrities. So would have been like a lot of crying and a lot of like, what was wrong with you people? Like
Yeah.
was
You think
Mal
there'd
was
be a
like
lot of
not like
crying for Gail King and Jeff Bezos' big titted bitch?
I mean not here, but like fake crying somewhere, yeah. But like no, there'd be, like very sad scenes and ceremonies and
Those freaking
announcements.
pantsuits with the flared legs. Like you have to wear the G-force outfit that you have to wear to fly a jet.
I didn't
And
know Quanah was such an expert.
these bitches went to space wearing flared out
I don't
polyester
know.
with zippers. Like they look like Farrah Fawcett, they look like Charlie's Angels. Charlie's Angels went up. I gotta go to bed
Jeffrey's
before I get
Angels.
mad. I haven't had enough sleep.
It sounds like it. Good Lord, you're
God damn
cranky.
it.
Yeah, I don't know enough, but I mean, it'd be pretty damn funny if it all.
Play
It'd
the
be a
video.
much
Can you
better
play the
if like
video? Share the
it'd be a
video.
much better result than if they all blew
I'm not
up.
on the computer.
But like it'd be pretty damn funny if it turned out to be just like fake and then it actually didn't go up that high. And they just didn't want to ruin it.
Joe Rogan was trying to
So,
make
oh
sense of
man.
it. He's like, well, maybe they didn't go up into space. Like they went just like right at the thing, and that's why they didn't need like the atmospheric things. And it's like, stop it. Y- Stop it.
In all
Stop trying to
fairness,
make
like,
it make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's stop
well,
it.
this is why we maybe this is why the Department of Education needs to be destroyed because it's like that's the thing. Like we can talk about space very loosely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like in the atmosphere and because it's like we can because no one really knows. Like, there's so little knowledge. Like, no one really knows. Like, what's really space. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even define it for you
I
myself at this
saw him
point. Like,
land on
either
the moon.
distance
I know
or,
that it's must be hard.
but there's very, it's like very, like space. Like, you can go up to maybe zero gravity, but are you in space
Yeah, that's what
yet?
he tried to like
Or
break it
yeah,
down
like
to.
you're like, yeah, like I don't. But
Is
that's
space
part of the
even
problem is
real?
like it's 2025. Like,
No,
it's 2025. Adult human Americans should not understand what the fuck space is.
Hmm.
unless
And
it's
I'll be honest with you, I can't tell you right off the top of my head. So it's like we're not doing well here. We're not doing
yeah.
well. Like, they can trick us into telling us they went to space, and really all they did was like went up to where the, you
Mm.
know,
Yeah, that's what they did. That's what
yeah.
they did. And they're astronauts.
And it's
So,
like technically it's space, but it's not really. They left
yeah,
our atmosphere, but what's that really mean? Was it space? No. Like, oh no, really? Yeah. It's like
yeah.
there's a lot of, and I think that a lot of the moon landing stuff was done, and whether you believe it or not, it's, well, whether you believe it, if you believe it, you probably don't understand like all the things that are happening in space and radiation, and if you don't believe it, you probably also don't understand like all the like how all
I
that
just
stuff
love
works
that they
either.
got that
Like,
little car up there and all the duct
no
tape that was
Americans like,
on the ship.
yeah.
Like it really must have helped them. I
I mean,
don't,
that's like they do keep us like kind of dumb, and
yeah.
maybe it's like because people should have a better, yeah, the average American
Ghislaine
should have a better grip on these
Maxwell's
things.
father is the publisher of all of our education material. So that's all you need to know about what's
Oh
going
well,
on. Yeah.
that he
Was.
was like
Yeah.
he owned a big publishing company. He was, I think, disgraced and like kind of got run out of it, I think. But by that time, they had enough money where she wasn't worried about anything. Well,
Well, that's how she ended up with Jeffrey was that they did run out of
yeah, I don't
money.
know. Yeah, yeah, maybe that's, yeah, or she did. But yeah, I don't know that, like, I don't know.
The baby
I don't.
got groomed today. Sweet boy.
Is it more likely that like her father was a POS, and then she kind of turned out to be like a sociopath POS and got hooked up with another
Yeah.
sociopath POS, and then,
Sure.
but I don't, hopefully there wasn't like code in our textbooks that were like,
Well, I mean, if they're keeping us
One
stupid,
would
same as
hope.
the Rockefellers took over our pharmaceuticals. Too much.
you know,
Too much to get into on a Friday night.
I think, I was
That's
thinking about
true.
that too, because like part of the whole, yeah, maybe we'll get it, like part of the whole chemtrail thing, and like what
Oh yeah.
RFKJ was saying is like, and like we talk about some of that stuff in terms of mind control or whatever. It's like, no, it's like, do you really have to go to the lengths of like illicit drugs? Well, I mean, not like for a mass population. Do you really need to go to like crazy lengths of mind control when you can just kind of just make sure everybody's sick? Because if
Yeah,
everybody's sick, then they're kind of like
you can do both. You can do
but
both.
like but one of them is a lot easier.
Sure.
If everybody's
But
sick, then everybody's just
they're
everybody's just
definitely
like
doing both.
really,
I mean, if you think about like the whole
yeah.
hippie movement, and I mean they've definitely done both over time. I mean they're
Well, yeah, but but we're talking about in like the chemtrail conversation. Has the government introduced illicit drugs into the pop? Yeah, I'm sure, but it's like, are they
Definitely.
doing it? Are they doing it
yeah,
now with
they test
chemtrails?
stuff
I don't know.
on orphans and foster kids. Yeah, they've been yes. It's crazy that
Well, I
you
mean
try and put that you and
no, but it's
everybody
like
else tries to
it's
act
kind
like they're
of,
not spraying this guy. Like that's
well, no, I'm saying that's like it's like like I don't really doubt that they might be testing drugs on kids because they just test drugs on adults.
yeah.
So it's like to me it's like I have a hard time saying the conspiracy theory when it's so out in the open.
Yeah. Well, then
And they don't
why are they
really
telling us
hide.
it's not happening?
It's more like a people don't know it theory or something like,
Yeah.
I
If
don't
they're
know.
not
Well,
awake
they
to
tell us
it.
like specific things aren't, but I guess what RFKJ was saying was that they're putting something in the fuel. They're not like it. He wasn't really, I mean, what he was saying was pretty like flimsy, which I get because it kind of scores him points,
Hmm.
and but it's like he was kind of saying that they're not like strapping additional sprayers onto the jets. They're just putting stuff in the fuel that when the fuel is burned, the fuel residue, which there is exhaust, like there's
There's
literally
video
exhaust.
of
Like,
the planes that have the things attached to them that spray.
yeah,
That
those are videos.
they go
Yeah,
up and they
those,
show them spraying and they say we're
yeah,
spraying
those.
chemicals.
Well, again, that's kind of to my point, which like it's hard to see a conspiracy theory when there are major American universities and major like nations like
Dubai flooded because they were cloud
for
seeding.
right. So those first world nations that are literally like they're producing those videos, they're telling you exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
So then I have a hard time.
It makes RFKJ look bad to go up and act like, oh, they're not, they're just adding additives. No,
Well,
we've
yeah, it
seen
is
it.
kind of you're that's a good point. It makes him look kind of stupid for saying, well, they're putting something in the fuel. It's like, why would they go to the trouble of like mixing some secret thing in the fuel when
It literally can
you
attach
know,
the thing
like
to
Northern, like California State University is doing these things right now, like
Yeah.
attaching, like,
KCRA went out and filmed them doing it. Like it was on the news
but
years
it's weird how,
ago.
because it's like yes, there are videos of like them strapping things and trying to cloud seed or whatever, but it's
But
like
people don't want to listen, they don't want to
that doesn't
believe
mean
it.
it's an adult. Well, no, I believe that. Well, yeah, if you don't want to believe like the Cal State University like website that they actually made, like they actually have a website where they have all the videos posted of them trying to cloud seed and like then it's
Mm.
there's something wrong with you. But there's also something where it's like we try to make a conspiracy theory to where it's like, no, it's Delta Airlines chemtrailing everybody over Iowa. It's
Oh, gotcha.
like I don't think that they need to do all the secret stuff with
It's a
jet
conspiracy
fuel for
theory
Delta
because,
Airlines and all the airlines when they're just doing it with like and they're videoing themselves doing it.
yeah, and
That's
then they
that's
have
the part
specialized
like
planes that do it.
that's the part where I
It's,
think that people really just want there to be a kind of like a mysterious X-Files conspiracy theory where it's like, no, it's
mm.
really freaking obvious what's going on.
I think why it's called a conspiracy theory, which that's to discredit it, but it's
Well, it is to
it's
discredit
people
the
like me.
part where American Airlines is doing it.
I've been screaming about this for so long. The clouds are different. Like if you're a little girl like me who's always been laying and looking at the clouds and always looking out the window because you don't pay attention, like it's different. Everything looks different out there. The sun looks different. The sky looks different. The clouds look different. And when you watch them spray it, and then it spreads out, and the sun, you can't see the sun anymore.
Well,
And
see, that's where
then
you're kind of mixing these two things where you're saying when you say watch them spray it, you're talking about like a commercial airliner that is has a what most like people would call a contrail, but you're saying you're
they're
watching them
t-
spray it.
yeah, you're seeing it go across the sky. And yeah, they're two different things. There
What's
are the
it
ones,
though? So you're saying it's both. It's the universities, it's Saudi Arabia doing all these things, and it's also they're
well,
putting something in the jet
there are
fuel on the
weather
commercial
modification
airliners.
machines where they literally spray into the clouds themselves, like the natural
I know,
clouds.
yeah,
So
I
that's a
know.
different, there's two different things. And then there is
Right, I'm
actual
saying I'm
condensation from
agreeing, but
some jets,
yeah, but I'm
right?
saying like they are two different things. I'm saying that one of them is very true. Saudi Arabia is doing stuff, universities,
Yeah.
corporations are doing stuff. But the other thing is that all the commercial airliners are also in on it too, somehow through the jet fuel, through whatever. That's the
See,
part where it's
I don't
like
think it is like a
I
United
don't see the
Flights.
angle. I don't really see the angle on that.
I
Well,
haven't
it would
heard the
have to be
United
because when
Flights
you
are
have
doing
the
it.
but when you see pictures of contrails or chemtrails, it's like there's a ton of them.
Right.
So it's like that's a lot of non. Okay,
You're
that's
not
a lot
outside a
of
lot,
like,
are you? Because
you know, I'm
when they
outside in my
start flying
backyard. No,
over,
I'm literally like outside and
but
like
don't you
to the
hear them? Do
north
you
of
hear them
me.
flying over?
No, to the north of me though, at night I can see the lights because it's like a highway of people coming from the East Coast through North Texas, and then they cut down and go down to DFW. But it's like a highway, and I see
Yeah.
the contrails or whatever those things are from time to time,
Right.
and then I see pictures where there's a bunch of them because there's a lot of flights. So I'm just saying, like, I don't think there's something in those flights.
I don't
I
either.
think there's
Those aren't the ones I'm
something.
talking about. I'm not talking about
Well,
the
there's a
ones that
lot of
go
time, but
away. I'm talking about the ones that spread out that like they start in the morning and you can hear them woo, woo, you can hear them flying over. And then like it's a perfectly sunny, beautiful morning, and then
yeah,
it's covered, like the sky is just covered. They spread out.
I don't know.
I
They may
I
be
don't
doing
either.
something more advanced in your area. That's for sure. They
Maybe.
could be doing that.
Maybe. Yeah,
I don't
spraying.
know.
They
It's
say
also
they're
like,
spraying for mosquitoes. I hear that sometimes.
well, they definitely do that. They do that around here. Like they spray because I think
Yeah.
somebody got the West Nile or something. But
Sure.
no, it's
Yeah.
just like it's just a weird.
Well, I
It was,
think it make
you know, it's just
it's
they're
confusing
doing it. They're already
intentionally.
doing it all the time. They're already doing it, and they're publishing papers about it. They're asking for funding. They're bragging about it. They're making
Yeah.
videos in 4D and 4K.
Yeah.
For the-
So I
But they
feel like
haven't
at this
always
point,
been. It has been on the down low for a long time. They've been doing it for a long time.
mhm.
People knew about it. Maybe they heard about it. I probably heard about it from somebody
But
who
you
was
know what I'm
kookier
saying
than
though.
me.
This gets blended into, you know,
It's
you're saying
how
you're separating, but but it's very this gets blended into they're doing this. Commercial airliners are doing this. It gets
I
this whole thing gets blended into that, which
Well, it makes it easier for
is
people that are really smart to look at you in your face and tell you that's not real. That's not happening. That's not true. Like I've had the grumpy bastards, Russ, he's very smart. I would never want to ever get in a discussion with him where I was on a side that I didn't believe, except for this one. I mean, this one, he's looked me straight in my face and told me that I'm stupid, that that's not a real thing. But it is
well,
a
I
real
think that
thing. It's really happening.
well, again, I know, like I'm pretty sure that what you and Russ are talking about in that moment are
Two different things.
contrails. Yeah, exactly. Two
Two
different
different
things.
things. Yeah. But
Like
he believes one
it
doesn't
is
exist.
it really is again, it's like something that keeps us in a wheel running around
Yeah.
doing nothing in a cage.
right.
Um
I've leaned into it. I
and it's
just,
like I have zero concerns about all the commercial flights going over that are doing contrails because
yeah.
like I'm much more worried about the Saudi Arabians and the British and like the
Yeah.
major educational institutions around the world, first world countries, like openly saying they're trying to do this.
I think it's two different
And then there's
things.
also it is two different things, but they get melted together and it discredits the other. So
It's intentional to discredit the conspiracy.
well,
That's the
it is
conspiracy.
intentional, but it's also like so many people walk right into it and believe in the chemtrails from fucking a Delta flight. Like
I haven't
no
heard that
one.
because mine has always been
That's
like
what all those
they're on the
pictures are,
plane.
though. That's what all those pictures are.
The pictures
All the
of the
pictures.
lines, the
Hmm.
okay. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
okay.
I've not seen a picture like of a plane going across the sky, like spooting out something, and it turns into like a proper cloud. Like I've just seen the
No, it
contrails, like
doesn't.
people.
The lines spread. The lines from a regular plane going over, if the atmospheric pressure is right, it will make a line and that line will
Mhm.
dissipate. It will go away. If they're spraying, the lines don't go away. They spread out and it just, I'm going to post some pictures. I take pictures.
Okay, yeah,
I
I've
lay
never
out in my
seen the difference
backyard
between
all
those
the
two.
time. Yeah, it's wild. Like, it's just wild. I just
But
watch the sky too
but then
much.
it's like okay, so you've seen that, but it's like okay, well, what's in it? What's the
Yeah.
ingredient in it? Like they have done studies. Now,
Oh.
they may all be lying, but they've done studies to where they're trying to like find whatever it is we're saying is in those, and they're not finding anything. Again, they could all be lying, but it's like,
Well, what's Robert Kennedy Jr. talking about then?
again, why would they go?
Trying to appease the crazy people?
Oh, I think there's a little bit of that.
Okay. Well,
Oh, dudes, I mean,
yeah,
you
I know.
don't trust a poon hound, all right? Like he's probably just like, man, it's been a little slow. I haven't had as many of these ladies knocking on my hotel door. Like,
You're
I need to start.
ridiculous.
I'm
You're
no,
ridiculous.
that's how he is. He's like, I need to start talking up some of these chemtrails, get a new breed,
Mm.
new type of lady coming to my hotel door at
Get out of here.
these
All right.
conventions.
Enough. Enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
No, I think I mean RFKJ, you got to look at his whole. I'm okay with him now, like he's on the right side, but
I know. He
the
wasn't
dude,
always.
well, he isn't like
Call
I don't
me.
know. Like the
Just
dude
call
is
me.
wants
Call me.
doesn't like your truck, would like to take that away. Like yeah, it's just yeah, doesn't want like he's good. Like his family can have all the weapons they want and private security, SUVs, all that, but like you can only have a single shooter pistol, you know, because guns are bad. Like he was a real bad on guns, all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, I don't really, I do kind of trust him, but I don't think that he's, immune to like talk a little smack because it
Yeah.
gets him.
I mean, it seems like a really fun lie to like just get the people going. So yeah, I'm glad.
I mean, I wouldn't even
Be
put it
fun.
that way because it wasn't like his response. He didn't like say this in a speech. He was responding to a crowd, like someone in the crowd that asked him this question. Like, and I don't think it was journalists, like a regular person was
Like a
like, I'm worried
crazy.
about. I mean, it was a regular person saying, I'm really worried about like my main concern is the chemtrail. Like, I think that's kind of what it was. So he
Mm,
was kind of reacting in a way where it was like, it probably would have been a bad look to be like,
yeah.
look, lady,
Yeah.
like
Gayate.
we got bigger things. Like, if he started going into what I say, like, look,
Yeah.
universities are doing it, countries
We
are
got
like
fetal tissue in our
that.
vaccines and a
Yeah.
lot of our foods, apparently.
Like, I think he was kind of appeasing her a little bit. If you
So,
read exactly what he said, um, but again, if I was going to do chemtrails and like use like
yeah.
all these flights, like I would make it invisible.
Sure.
I'd make
Sure.
like, but
Why
I
make it
also,
invisible when you can make it look exactly like the other thing and then they can just tell you you're
but it
stupid,
doesn't
you're
look, but
crazy,
it
you're
doesn't look
dumb.
like the
How
other
silly
thing.
of you to think about that.
But if it looked exactly like the other thing, you wouldn't. I don't know. Like that doesn't make sense.
Mm,
I'd be more worried about this. So what if? I mean, because if you look at like flight trackers, there are an
mm.
insane number of planes going overhead all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so what if you worked in the airline industry
Hmm.
and you knew like from all the studies they do internally like that like wow, the airline industry is putting out an insane amount of CO2 and like
Yeah.
chemicals into the atmosphere. Like you'd probably be putting out stories. I'd be like, we should float some stories that's the government doing it. Because I mean, I don't know. I just started thinking like that's a bad joke, but it's like the I started thinking today like maybe we should just maybe it's not that like mysterious. Maybe it's just like we're just all like having like an insane amount of jet fuel soot like
Rain down upon us.
right. Like maybe that's it.
It's
Maybe
affecting us. All this exposure all the
I
time.
mean it
I put
It's a
well
sky.
possibility.
I put
as I was saying today in our chat, I was like 100 years ago it was zero.
Right.
And
I put a
now it's
search
like,
for sky
yeah,
in my phone. I have 2,600 pictures of the sky in my phone.
I'm not sure. Like, you should have said like 260. Because now
No.
we're like, what is this? This crazy sky lady. You're playing
2,661
right into
pictures
it.
of the sky.
You're playing right into the
Well,
crazy
I
sky lady.
mean, maybe they shouldn't be spraying this shit all the gosh dang
Like,
time.
what if that's,
Maybe we should blame the Wright brothers for inventing planes in the flight in the first place. Well, not them, but
has anybody ever like asked, like, hey, like, because I mean, like, we drive cars. I
yeah.
guess car emission has
I mean,
gotten
look at the way
better.
the sun just goes away. Like, I watch them spray that cloud and then it just goes away. This is the daytime. This is daytime.
Thanks, Bill Gates. He was constantly trying to
I don't
block out the
know.
Look
sun.
at that's the how it started. And then it like
It wouldn't surprise me
literally
if in
just,
California they're cloud seeding and not telling you about it.
brr. Yeah.
For
So I
me,
have,
no, it's going to be, I mean, it's the beginning of May, but in like a month and a half, it's going to be 110 degrees here. So, I mean, they need to cloud seed. They need to get it going.
I got videos of them doing it like in action. I'm
Yeah, that's a
obsessed with
contrail
it.
there. That's
It's crazy. Yeah.
No,
They
but
gotta
like
bust the rains down in
that's
Texas, bro.
like, does no one ever really, it's never like we have a lot of topics now. Like we have plastic, or we have paper straws,
Yeah.
right? Metal
Yep.
straws. Like we like hyper focus on the smallest of things. But has anybody ever like asked about like what are the effects of all the like does jet I mean, is there something magical about jet engines where they burn jet fuel and it like there's no exhaust?
No, it's all
So maybe
bad.
it's like
And you're right. There's an insane amount of flights going over all the time, all day, every day. Yeah. Like if you
it's
live
like
close to an airport, like there's like stuff on your car, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess that would
I
make
used to
sense.
live
Yeah.
right by Sacramento, by the airport. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So I'd be
crazy
like,
that,
if I work, I would, yeah, I'd be like, I would be making up all, well, not making up, but I would be very happy if there were news articles all about that kept people thinking about something else and didn't have anybody asking, hey, how many, because it's like you live by power wires and
yeah,
parents are like, what kind of radiation are my kids getting?
sure.
But it's like, these are all things that keep anybody from asking, like, how much jet fuel soot am I like? It's like,
Yeah.
Inhaling, am I being exposed to?
yeah, it's like it was
Well,
just
there's
that's a
layers to
just a
it.
thought I
There's
had
different
today.
layers of exposures. There's like varying degrees of it all. It's just you got your, like you
Well, the last
said,
thing they want
the
is like if you live by O'Hare Airport, like for
right.
you to know about this, because then you're just like, well, hold on a second here, I gotta
Yeah.
get together here with Morgan and Morgan,
Hmm.
you know. But it's
Get a
like if you
fat
live in like
payout.
the yeah,
Shout out to our
you live in
sponsors,
the middle
Morgan
of
and Morgan.
Montana, you're probably safe. Like the and if you're chemtrailing people, like what do you do? Just be like, ah, screw those people in Montana.
Yeah, you know
I
what?
mean,
That
like,
is probably the
it's
case. It
really too
probably
far
is
and
a
out of our way.
California thing.
It's really too far out of our way to like chemtrail those people. Like we can only, it's like really inefficient. We can only chemtrail people in major cities. So that's all.
Oh, look,
They got it.
speaking
They
of the
got a,
sky,
huh? Oh,
it's RFK.
Yeah.
So it's not all
Yeah.
sky.
I mean, dudes that take pictures of like that are the kind of dudes that like when a crazy lady in the crowd is like,
they lock eyes.
he just plays along, like just appeases. And
Yeah.
yeah, just,
Oh,
he's like, have
poor
you seen this
crazy
latest
girl.
picture? Like, have you seen this picture of me?
You know who I feel most sorry for is my husband, because like look at
Yeah,
I just
we're all
take
in
too many
agreement there.
pictures. Like the X, these ones kill me when they straight do X's. Like there's so many X's and then that spreads out to
That's the X-Files logo. They're trying to tell you that the truth is out there.
it's
Don't
just
forget it, that.
I see something like that sometimes here. Yeah. I
Shout out
think
to
yeah,
the
again, it
X-Files.
also like it's like aren't like RFKJ needs to kind of focus because it's like, well,
AJ.
there's known chemicals that are in fucking Skittles. Like again, like the talk about like are they not like it's like, well, I
They
can tell you
obviously
what they
are.
definitely are doing. They're definitely putting what industrial waste, like industrial leftovers, like
Hmm.
Yeah,
in your candy. So it's like
yeah.
again, like is this? Let's focus on like the real hard stuff. Like I guess Florida's talking about eliminating fluoride
Hmm.
from their water, stuff like
It's
that.
about damn time.
It does seem like yeah, like I think Adam Carolla, like you get enough fluoride from toothpaste or other stuff, like we can probably stop adding it to the
We don't
water
need
because that's
it.
got to cost something, right?
Don't have it in your
Yeah.
toothpaste. Please stop doing that.
Yeah.
It's a lie. It's all lies.
I mean, it's I would
It's
actually care.
poison.
I've been meaning to actually like YouTube that to see like how do they put fluoride in your water?
Yeah.
Like, is there like a you just put like a tablet in like a pool like your pool or something?
Oh
They
Like
boy,
a
got
the things
fluoride
that they
tablet,
fluoride
do.
lever.
You
or
don't
is it
want
like
to
a
go into you don't
machine?
want to go into the water. It'll terrify you. It's just so bad. It's so bad. Everybody should get a filter. some sort of
Yeah,
filter. You
sure.
should be
Yeah.
filtering your water. There's PFAS or whatever, the plastics in there. There's
Birth control.
chemicals, drugs. The new thing is they're liquefying, like the new way to get rid of bodies is a liquefaction.
Ugh,
And
liquefaction. That's gross.
then they just dump that into the water and then they purify it through.
We're
Like
drinking
I
dead people.
can't. I just can't. It's so gross. We're all gonna die anyways. I guess that's the moral of the story.
Isn't that what Chinatown was
Yeah.
about? The movie Chinatown, I should say.
Melting
There's just real
bodies.
stuff. Like there's lots of like more real, like real proven, like definitive stuff that's happening that probably should be focused on first. But at the same time, like with a lot of conspiracy theories, like they don't need to. I shared this quote a long time ago, but like they don't really need to be thrown out. Like they represent something. So even if it's not true,
Hmm.
they represent like so even if they are not like chemtrailing everybody, they represent a belief held by a large number of people that they might have that in them. You know what I mean? That's like the real that's the part where I can't disagree with. You know what I mean? Like thinking
Yeah.
about could they do that? Like
Yeah.
I can't really fault anybody for seeing jets do lines across the sky and thinking what's going on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right.
Because
Well,
it's
after
like
what
it's
we've lived
fair. It's
through.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very fair question to ask.
Yeah.
Myself, I'm just like, they put it on the damn labels. Like you don't like it. That's the thing too. It's like when they'll when you see news stories nowadays about like red dye number 5 or whatever it is, right?
Or yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like an FBI like Senate subcommittee study that went into this. It's
Sure.
just a guy on YouTube saying, yeah, back in 1967, they discovered that this byproduct from this was red, so they started using. It's not even like a secret. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not even so like
That's why
that's another one of
that's
those
why
things where
if
it's
you
like
want to do
blends
better for your
into.
family, you have to like figure out how to do better for your family. Like you have to, that's the chemical that
Yeah,
maybe makes my kid act crazy. You know what I mean? Like my kid's
true.
completely different if they eat this product. So I'm going to eliminate that from our, I mean, it's
Yeah, that's true.
we are the deciding factor in what we feed ourselves, what we put into our bodies, how we take care of our bodies, good, bad, all of it. So
Yeah, it's like these things are
they're
not
gonna
even
do
that
it. They're
like
gonna try
they're
and
not
poison
even like
us.
that. They're kind of secretive about it, and they give it a name like Red Dye Number 5, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't really like these companies. They don't really go to great lengths to like kill everybody
yeah,
that knew. You
sure.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like they don't try to burn down like all the documentation and paperwork that shows what it
yeah,
is.
Hmm.
no,
They're not assassinating all their chemists and engineers. They're just like, no, we're just gonna file some paperwork to like back in 1970, they filed some paperwork to change the name of it. And it's like
Yeah.
yeah.
thumbs up.
There's like 60 different names for sugar, which I live with a diabetic. So, like the sugar-free products, they put so many different names on sugar-free products, but it's just literally sugar. And then they add like something that makes you crap yourself. Like it's just the
Yeah, like
worst.
is that you talking about like the sucralose and like all
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
All
weird
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
stuff.
releases? Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, another reason why like Department
There
of
needs to
Education
be
needs to
some
go like
reform there. Yeah.
2025 American humans that have gone
Yeah.
through high school, like have gone through like 12 plus years of education. I'm not even talking about college. Like in 2025 in America, like high, like in an age of technology, when people turn 20, like 18, they should know like sugar isn't just Domino's sugar,
Yeah.
like sugar has a
Yeah.
lot of names for it. Like we should know these things.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
something's wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, and if
By
you look a little
design.
bit, if you look a little bit, you'll know like, oh yeah, these are all sugars. Like these are
Once you
all,
start looking, it's over. Like you can't eat the same. I watched a food documentary like long time ago. And that was it. Like I was like, I'm ruined. Like I love food more than anything. And now like I have to look at all these things that are in the food and
I
oh,
did Whole 30 8 or so years ago, which is
okay.
where you just do like it's almost like keto, but 30 days.
Okay.
So it's kind of extreme, but it's just 30 days. But in that time, you're looking at I mean, essentially for that
I
30
was at
days, you're
the
obsessed with sugar content in food. Like
yeah,
you're obsessed with finding products that don't have sugar in them. And then you're just
yeah.
like, wow, it's really hard to find a product without sugar in it. Like, what
That's
the
why you
fuck's
eat
going
Whole
on?
Foods then, right? Yeah. Okay.
Nothing but
What's
steak
going
and eggs,
on?
baby.
And then at the same
Yeah.
time, like Vinny Tortorich was on Adam Carolla a lot, talking about everything from bread, whether it's
Yeah.
sucralose or
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know
No
about
sugar, no
stevia, but like
grain.
whether it's equal or sweet and
Yeah.
low or bread, it's sugar to your body. And it was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, wow, that's something.
Yeah. And diet sodas make your body think that it's getting sugar, which gives you the sugar spike. It's just it's unreal how they just can blatantly be poisoning us. But you're literally
Yeah, the
poisoning
diet
yourself.
soda is
It's your
sugar. Yeah.
responsibility to know. It's your responsibility. Remember a
I
couple
drink
years
Cokes
ago
and
when
I
everybody
just drink
was
regular
like,
Cokes. I just
yeah,
drink regular Cokes because it's like if you drink a Diet Coke, it's
it's
the same.
it's the
It
worst.
tastes
It's
like it
so
tastes like
bad for
crap,
you.
but it's the same.
I
Yeah,
don't drink the stuff
It's the
I
anymore.
same
don't
bad.
either.
It's like this. It's the same bad for you.
Yeah,
I think you're
yeah,
better off just drinking like a
I
Mexican
do
Coke with
too.
like pure
I
cane
do
sugar,
too. Love it. Yeah.
and
And
just
anything
but
in
like
moderation. I
a
mean,
few a week or something like that. Not a
yeah.
12 pack of.
I'll have one when like if we go out for a burger, I love a fountain soda. Like I like that.
I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if Coca-Cola. This would be something where they would actually keep it secret if Coca-Cola realized like, man, people drink way more Diet Cokes than regular Cokes.
Yeah,
Like if we
they
get
do.
people like drinking Diet Cokes, they just pound those
Well,
like
here's the thing
crazy.
about diet soda. So diet soda makes you crave carbs. So if you drink a diet soda,
Doesn't.
eventually you'll be eating sugar and you'll be eating Frito snacks and you'll be eating Lay's potato chips. They're all
Well, on
owned by
top of
the
that,
same fucking company.
you also feel like you have the freedom to do that because you're
Yeah,
drinking a Diet
because you're
Coke.
drinking
So
a diet soda, but it makes you
I mean, you
crave
could tell
it
me like even if it didn't cause you to crave that stuff, like it causes you to like do more of that
mentally.
stuff because you
Yeah,
think like,
you're so healthy.
I'm gonna supersize these fries with a Diet Coke and all that.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, I just drink like I bet you like they probably realize like the people that buy regular Coke don't drink as many of them
Yeah,
because they
yeah.
do. Like if you do, like you
No, I mean, I
as
feel
an
like people that
adult,
drink soda drink a lot of soda. Like it's so addictive. But
as
I
an
tell
adult,
people
I
when I
don't
help people
drink
lose weight,
a
like
lot of
cut
Coke.
soda
So
first. You drink soda, you will, if
yeah,
you
I'm
just
kind of
cut
lucky.
soda, you will lose weight,
I'm
period.
lucky, so I'm always kind of and like I'm always like kind of just I'm okay. But like I drink regular Cokes, but I don't drink a lot of them because I think
Yeah.
like if I drink more than one and like it's like tastes like it just doesn't. It's like too syrupy or
Yeah.
just
It's not a
I
treat
don't have the
anymore.
appetite for it.
Yeah.
But I bet
That's
you
good.
Coca-Cola knows. I bet you Coca-Cola knows that the average person, like I don't, I'm probably not average like that, but I bet you they know the average person that buys like a 12 pack of Diet Coke goes through those a lot faster
I
than
do.
someone that buys a 12 pack of regular Cokes.
Probably. Probably. You can use Coca-Cola to clean like a really filthy things. Like it'll just literally eat the enamel off of stuff. Like it's so
All right,
gross.
now I mean this is un-American. This is getting
It's
un-American.
just so bad. Like if you think about your teeth,
That's
the whole
anything.
thing, like,
That's
all
like you could
right.
just use carbonated water
I
probably
know.
and have the
My
same
kids always say,
function.
"You're no fun." Oh, she's gonna ruin it. She's gonna tell you that it's bad for you. Well, if not me, then
It
who?
is. Because it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Well, happy Friday, guys.
Well,
I'm
I'd
glad.
like to
Oh, we're
see
not gonna
them
be here
like
next
just
week, right?
yeah, I'd like to see
No,
them
we're
just
not.
reduce the number of ingredients. I would like to see like I mean it we think in terms of like is it going to be cheaper or more expensive? It's like come on. Like I would
Yeah.
like to see us be a little bit more mature about it and be like it might be a little bit more expensive, but it's going to be healthier. We're not going to eat as when we shouldn't eat as much of it, so we shouldn't buy as much of this crap as we were.
Yeah.
So it's like it kind of offsets and let's
Yeah.
be like like this world where food should just be really cheap. Like I don't know I don't know. I don't know. Like it sounds
Yeah.
good. It sounds really good that food is cheap.
Christopher Trail, he doesn't want affordable food.
That's right. I want food. I want yeah. Everybody needs to starve, but it's like you want it to be like when they make it too like you've been to a convenience store like right, and you're just like,
Hmm.
how is that two for $3?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Like
not,
that's
I
like
love to walk through them, but yeah.
that's like a 1,500 calories for $3. Like there
Yeah.
shouldn't be any like homeless people should be like having no problem because that's like an entire day's worth of calories for $3. Like how is that
Yeah.
Yeah,
possible? It's because it's not even real. It's like just
About real food. Ugh. Yeah.
it's just a,
Not for
a function
me.
of fillers and chemicals.
I'm not even like you don't even outlaw it. It's just like just people need to just be a little
Be
bit
aware.
Yeah.
more aware, a
It's
little
on
bit
you.
smarter.
It's your, and not everyone lives long, healthy lives. I feel like being sick was a great perspective because it's made me have to find ways to be healthy. So, health is wasted on the well
I
because you
guess
don't really
so.
think about those things until you're sick. And that's just sad to me. So, I guess I'm a nag, but I don't know. I just care about people and
That
want them to
makes
feel
sense.
better, different perspective.
And
Um,
Yep.
good on you for wanting to spread that awareness, that message.
yeah, because you
Hmm.
can feel better if you eliminate some of that stuff. It can make you feel better, you know?
I'd have really been sick like that, but I'd like to keep like I got a lot of like a real healthy interest in keeping that going.
Yeah. Good.
Like I'm like
Good.
I've had a good
Good.
run and I'd like to keep it up. Like
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's all just been down to luck.
Yeah.
Eat more steak and eggs then, Christopher. You'll be well on
Amen.
your way.
Yeah.
Amen.
I think at some point, like as you get older, you need to eat a little bit less too. Like recreational eating at some point. Like that probably
Yeah.
Yeah.
gets people pretty bad. Like
Yeah. We're told the three, like you're supposed to eat eat when you're hungry. When you're hungry, that's when you should eat. You shouldn't be forced to eat a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Eat when you're
I don't
hungry. Your
know.
body will tell you when you're hungry.
But I like it. I like eating when I'm watching my shows.
Yeah. Well,
Makes me
yeah.
feel like it adds to the like I'm not hungry, but it adds to the enjoyment of the show to be like
Sure. Crunching. Yeah.
you can do that when
Bill's
you're younger. It's
Bill's
just
always
you
like
can't.
open up the cover. He's like, "Do we have any snacks in here?" I'm like, "No, we don't." Close the cover. Go get an orange.
Popcorn's a good one. Just
I do
microwave
love
popcorn.
popcorn.
It's like
Not microwave because there's a bunch of plastics in those containers, but
no,
yeah,
it's
it's
just
really easy to make it on the stove. Super easy. You can buy organic kernels. Yeah.
no.
Non-GMO corn. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cooking
we
with.
have one of those glass things.
That's good. You should use it
It's the way to
because
do
the
it, man.
plastic's bad for you.
It's a real pain in the ass to clean. So
Well, that's why you have daughters, kids. Make them clean it.
yeah, not old enough yet.
Exactly.
Your son
Oh.
is. Get him in there and get him some dish gloves.
Lord.
He's
No.
too handsome for that.
That's what he thinks. Yeah.
I know, I have one like that. He thinks he's too handsome too. Ah, well, happy
Well, you
Friday,
got,
you guys.
Yeah, you too.
yeah.
Y'all take it easy. We've been on a long time. So,
Get it
but yeah, we'll
all.
skip it next week because I got birthdays and Mother's Day coming up. So
Yeah,
That's
buddy.
true.
It's my
Well, we
say
day.
hi to your mom, everybody. Say hi to your mom for me, everybody.
Yeah. All right.
ditto.
Cheers. Do what you want,
Get
but
it
Right
definitely
on,
all.
say
everybody.
definitely say hi to your mom for me.
Yeah.